Hi Year 5, it's Mrs Gibbons. So we're here for session 4. We are learning to answer VIPER questions. So we're looking at the same text that we've been looking at all week. I will just read it out for you again, and then we'll go through the questions that you're going to be answering. The text and the questions are on the one document on the website, so you'll be able to find that. Okay, so our mountain. For British climbers of the 1920s and 1930s, Everest was, quite simply, our mountain. It didn't matter that it was over 4,500 miles away on the border of two of the most remote countries in the world, countries that weren't even part of the British Empire. To paraphrase the poet Rupert Brooke, it was a foreign field that would be forever England. The British had measured it, named it, photographed it, flown over it, and died on it. And so they assumed that one day a British mountaineer would be the first to its summit. Everest was measured in the mid-19th century. It stands in the middle of the Himalayas, on the border of Nepal and Tibet, and like many mountains, marks both a physical and political boundary. Even though none of the surveyors ever set a foot on its slopes, the Great Trigonometric Survey of British India was able to measure its height with astonishing accuracy from observation points over 100 miles away. They estimated it to be 29,002 feet, 27 feet shorter than the current official height. Breaking with convention, instead of retaining its local name, Chomolungma, they christened it Mount Everest in honour of George Everest, a former chief surveyor. At about the same time, the sport of mountaineering was growing in the European Alps. British climbers were very competitive, making first ascents of many peaks in Switzerland and France, and in 1857, establishing the world's first mountaineering society, the Alpine Club. Within a few years, most of the high mountains of the Alps had been climbed, and the more enthusiastic mountaineers had begun to look further afield for new challenges. Okay, so we're looking at our VIPER questions. So obviously, V is for vocabulary, I is for inference, P is for prediction, E is for explanation, and R is for retrieval. So we're trying to answer a mixture of those types of questions. So first one, which is a vocabulary question. Which word is closest in meaning to forever? Is it never, eternally, or frequently? Question 2 is a retrieval question, so you should be able to just find this particular fact in the text. How high did the Great Trigonometric Survey of British India estimate Everest was? Question 3, another retrieval. How far away is Everest from Britain? Question 4, a bit of inference now. How do you think local people would feel about the British naming the mountain Everest rather than using the local name of Chomolungma? Number 5, what does assumed mean? And the final one, number 6, bit of an explanation one. Can you write a fact about this text? Okay, so if you can print out the sheet, as I say, it's on the website. If not, you can just write down your answers in your science book. Okay, take care, Year 5, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.